This is the morning prayer reflection from last year, December 6, 2024. We begin with the editorial by Francis Church in the New York Sun. It ran on September 21st, 1897. Dear editor, I am 8 years old. Some of my little friends say there is no Santa Claus. Papa says if you see it in the sun, it's so. Please tell me the truth. Is there a Santa Claus? Virginia O'Hanlon, 115 West 95th Street. Virginia, your little friends are wrong. They have been affected by the skepticism of a skeptical age. They do not believe except what they see. They think that nothing can be which is not comprehensible by their little minds. All minds, Virginia, whether they be men's or children's, are little. In this great universe of ours, man is a mere insect, an ant in his intellect as compared with the boundless world about him, as measured by the intelligence capable of grasping the whole of truth and knowledge. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. He exists as certainly as love and generosity and devotion exist. And you know that they abound and give to your life its highest beauty and joy. Alas, how dreary would be the world if there were no Santa Claus. It would be as dreary as if there were no Virginias. There would be no childlike faith then, no poetry, no romance to make tolerable this existence. We should have no enjoyment except in sense and sight. The eternal light with which childhood fills the world would be extinguished. Not believe in Santa Claus. Nobody sees Santa Claus, but that is no sign that there is no Santa Claus. The most real things in the world are those that neither children nor men can see. Nobody can conceive or imagine all the wonders there are, unseen and unseeable, in the world. Only faith, fancy, poetry, love, romance can push aside that curtain and view and picture the supernal beauty and glory beyond. Is it all real? Ah, Virginia, in all this world there is nothing else real and abiding. No Santa Claus? Thank God. He lives, and he lives forever. Today, December 6th, is the feast of St. Nicholas of Myra, who is the basis of Santa Claus. We know very little about Nicholas, but he was known for being incredibly generous in giving gifts to children. From St. Nicholas to Santa Claus is quite the twisty path, but the two legendary men have one thing in common: generosity. I realize that I have just jumped right through Advent to Christmas. My nephew-in-law is an Episcopal priest, and every year at this time he rails, humorously but sincerely, about the lack of attention people pay to Advent. He acknowledges that regular people are not going to be bound by the liturgical calendar. He realizes that people sing the 12 days of Christmas with little or no recognition that the 12 days come after Christmas. In other words, the Christmas season. But is it such a bad thing that the wondrous spirit of joy and generosity spills over into our calendars before Christmas actually happens? Advent is supposed to help us focus on the deep meaning of Christ's coming. We are encouraged to take the time to reflect and pray, to prepare the way of the Lord in our own souls. And far be it from me to say humbug to preparing to welcome Christ into our lives. But even though many people have a tendency to celebrate Christmas starting 5 minutes after the turkey has left the dining room table on Thanksgiving, even though many decorate with snowmen and red-nosed reindeer, even though there are all kinds of popular songs that have absolutely nothing to do with Advent and very little to do with the Christ part of Christmas, is it a bad thing to have a widely celebrated time when people try to be a little more loving, a little more caring than they normally are? At this time of the year, even if people are not aware that they're following the second great commandment to love their neighbors, they are loving them. Can that ever be a bad thing? As the editorial says, Santa Claus exists as certainly as love and generosity and devotion exist, and you know that they abound and give to your life its highest beauty and joy. Just to be clear, I'm not advocating that we rush through Advent. It's not just a time of decorating and shopping and gift wrapping and baking cookies and listening to all kinds of seasonal music ranging from the divine, such as Handel's Messiah, all the way to the secular and maybe even a little selfish Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. Advent is a beautiful time of spiritual preparation and, yes, anticipation. But if many of us tend to rush headlong into Christmas, celebrating love and generosity and devotion, well, there are worse things in the world than love, generosity, and devotion. Ah, Virginia, in all this world there is nothing else real and abiding. Happy feast of St. Nicholas of Myra.